It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. We got the air fryer out again. And we got some Harry Ramsdens, the world famous fish and chips. We've got their 4 jumbo chip shop sausages to show you today. Now, you can deep fry these in 5 to 6 minutes. You can grill them in 15 minutes, or you can oven cook them in 20 minutes. I'm not going to do any of those things. I'm going to get them in the air fryer and see if they're any good. Now, I am a massive kind of chip shop jumbo sausage fan. Unfortunately, the rest of my family don't really like chip shop. Who doesn't like chip shop? I could eat chip shop every day. Sausage and batters, pie and chips, gravy, curry sauce, pieces of fish, mushy peas. I could eat from the fish and chip shop every single day of the week. So, whilst my wife and my family are in work and school, I'm going to treat myself to something remotely, hopefully, remotely resembling something from the fish and chip shop. So these sausages cost me, they were £3, which I thought for 4 jumbo sausages, it's not really that bad at all, is it? I'm going to have 2. Do you mind if I have 2? Am I being greedy if I have 2? I did the Stone Crow Virtual Pub last night in this very t-shirt, and I've woken up. I've not got a hangover, but I feel a little bit fuzzy. So I want something decent in my stomach now to wipe away those Stone Crow beer tears. Right. So, do they fit? Yeah, they just about fit in the air fryer. I'm having 2. I'm being greedy. There they are. Let's get them in. So I'm going to set them. I am going to set them on 20 minutes on full power. They are frozen, so I must be a little bit careful. But I reckon I can get these finished and cooked in 15 minutes. Let's leave them in there, and I'll be back when they're cooked. I'm starving. Okay, these sausages are done. Let's get them out of the air fryer. I put them on for 20. There's 2 minutes to go. So they've been in for 18 minutes. Here we go. Oh, we got a bit of bursting out on the go. There you go, bit of bursting out, they split. I think that's generally though just down to the absolute punishing heat of this air fryer. Now, I tell you what these remind me of straight away. Back in April, I'm not sure if you remember, back in April I did the ultimate sausage from, I think it was TGI Friday. Same thing, Iceland. All these products come from Iceland. And it looked like this big fat sausages, but they had that kind of German meaty kind of feel to them. I'm hoping and praying really that these are going to be traditional British chip shop style sausages. Now, what does that mean? What does a traditional chip shop sausage mean? Well, to me and you, to us kind of, I live in a terraced house. There's never a chip shop too far away from a terraced house. I live in a very common area of the UK. Millions of us do. And we live in these areas where food needs to be cheap. So what I mean by a traditional British chip shop sausage is it's all very soft, all very kind of mushy. It hasn't got that kind of meaty texture of a German sausage. That's what it looks like. Let's get into it. Woo! It's hot. Ooh. Right. The heat from the air fryer has absolutely kind of demolished the skin, punished the skin on these sausages. I think if I had another choice, I'd put them in the grill on a low heat. The skin on these sausages now, it's almost like leather. There it is, look, it's almost kind of like, it's almost too burnt. Why is it? Why is it that hot food burns your hands but it doesn't burn your mouth? I can throw it round the inside of my mouth quite easily, but holding it flipping burns my fingers. I think it's probably my asbestos mouth. It's probably, I've built up a tolerance to kind of hot food burning my mouth over the years because I just can't wait for it to cool down. Are you like that? Comment in the comments box. Yeah, it's a damn good meaty chip shop sausage, this. Loads of soft, spicy, not spicy, but peppery pork in here. Really soft meat. Shame about the skin, but we can solve that. We can solve the skin of the sausage by putting them in the grill. Or if you have a deep fat fryer, maybe put them in a deep fat fryer. Or if you like a crunchy skin on your sausage like this, put it in the air fryer. Put it in the air fryer. It's quite delicious, actually. I've always been a fan of the fish and chip shop. Always. Whenever I used to do penny for the guy. Can you remember, if you're old enough, penny for the guy? So I'd make my own guy. And I'd sit in the town centre with my guy, and old ladies would throw you money. Whenever I had enough for a bag of chips and a sausage, I'd pack my guy up, buy some chips and sausage on the way home. Happy days. My parents didn't like fish and chips. It was my grandfather. When I stayed with him on a Friday night with my nan and Gramps, while my parents went out drinking. They used to babysit for me and my sister. And it was them on a Friday night that took us down to the fish and chip shop and would buy us a giant bag of chips and a sausage each. And we'd cover it all in vinegar, and that's where I learned to love the fish and chip shop. Because you could buy lots of food for your money. And then of course I'm back in the situation now where my kids don't like, and my wife don't like fish and chips. So it's just kind of me, cheeky football day, you know? Or if I do one of these pubs and bars and brewery videos, I'll probably grab myself some fish and chips. Or sausage and chips for that matter. It's really lovely. I love it. It's tasty meat. Tasty food. Now I brought the brown sauce. I brought the brown sauce just in case I didn't like this sausage. Didn't need it. Absolutely didn't need it. It's lovely. Although, I will say I probably should have buttered some bread. I'm already looking at that sausage thinking, ooh, eating two is going to be a challenge. I've already filled myself up. I've already sorted myself out from last night's Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Let's see if it's cooled down enough that we can snap one open. There you go. So, greasy hands. Wipe my hands in my work jumper. Right. I left the packet in the house. I was going to show you the ingredients. Right. The ingredients are probably going to be some E numbers. They're probably going to be some kind of cereal mixed up with pork, with salt and pepper. It's going to be something like that. Emulsifiers and all these strange ingredients that nobody understands, but we all eat the blooming food. I'm going to rate this sausage. It's the type of thing that if you... I mean, the chip shop is cheap. But if you bought this and done it at home, it would be even cheaper. If you bought yourself some chunky chips, chunky frozen chips, and you had a big bottle of vinegar, and you bought a box of these sausages, you could feed the family quite easily. And you could probably get a big bag of chunky chips and 4 of these jumbo sausages for probably the best part of £5 or £6, and you're feeding the family. That's £1.50 a head, 2 adults, 2 children. I like them. I like them. Are they better than an actual chip shop sausage? Not quite. There's something about a chip shop sausage which I blooming love, but they're very close. They're very close. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.